Hi everyone, it's Mr. Campagna. Welcome to lab number 5. If you missed this lab, sorry, this was a cool one. This is called Spectral Analysis Lab, and what we did was we looked at the spectra given off by certain spectral tubes. Now, these spectral tubes, they are glass tubes, essentially, that are filled with elements, whether it's hydrogen or helium or oxygen, whatever it is. Those elements are then excited with a few thousand volts worth of electricity. When that occurs, it causes electrons going around the atom to jump up to a higher energy state, to a higher level. When it does that, eventually those electrons fall back down and they give up some photons, they give up some light waves. And each different element gives a different fingerprint or a different signature. So we're going to take a look at what that looks like today. So please start off by writing your name, the date, whatever your period is. This one I'm doing for the year 2023, so this due date is actually on the 10th. So if you flip the page, you can see here Spectral Analysis Lab. You have your directions. Do your best to sketch the spectral emission lines given off by each element shown to you by your instructor. Label each drawing with the name of the element. So there's a couple things that you're going to need. You're going to need a spectroscope, spectral tube with power supply and amount. You don't need that because you're going to be doing this virtually. Various spectral tubes, again, don't need it. Colored pencils you do need, this document and the lab cover sheet which is attached. Okay, so here's an example. I'm not even sure. I don't think this is actually helium. We're going to take a look at helium in a moment. So this is an example of how yours is going to look. You're actually going to color in each of the spectral emission lines that you see. On the side here, you're going to be writing the name. On the third page, we have here the recall section. After you have sketched each emission line, you will be shown the 7 tubes again. Actually, we're going to be looking at 6 tubes today. Based on your sketches, try to identify each one, then answer the following. All right, so it says here, mystery element number 1. I'm going to show you an element, or the spectral lines, and you're going to have to try to figure out what it is. Where it says mystery element number 7, you could just cross that off. So then you had a couple questions down here that you'll be able to answer yourself. You have a discussion, which results in errors. So anything that you did wrong, that would go there. What you gleaned from this, what kind of information you can get from doing this. Then you're going to have to write a quick conclusion. Be sure to explain how spectral analysis enables astronomers to identify the problem. Now we're going to power up the spectral tube power supply, and we'll take a look at what argon looks like. So here's argon. It's got this very pretty lavender color glow. Now what you would do is you would take a spectroscope and that spectral tube you'd hold up to your eye and you'd line the slit up so that it lines up exactly with our glowing tube here. And if you look in the dark areas on the right and the left, you would see something that looks like this. This is argon. So sorry the view's a little bit shaky. It's kind of hard to film this with the camera held up to the tube. But if you take a look on the sides, you can see those rainbows. And here I'm going to inset one that's stable so you can copy it. What you're going to do is you're going to pause the video and you're going to copy over exactly what you see. So in this case, I got a couple blues, we have a few greens, an orange, and a red. All right, so let's take a look. I don't see any lavender, so I'm going to start right off with blue. And I'm going to draw a couple blues right here. Here's one, here's another. Might be even more. This one's kind of thick. We got a thin blue right here. And I'm going to take another colored pencil. And I think, what do we got? We got maybe a pretty thick green right here. Here's another one maybe. I'm not sure if that's yellow in the middle. I'm gonna call it yellow though. That's where it is. Then we've got some orange right about here, a red, and I don't know, maybe some fainter ones over there. But that's our fingerprint. That's the fingerprint for argon. All right, so next we have helium. Helium looks quite a bit different. It's got this bright yellowish color glow. Let's take a look at the spectrum. Okay, so here's the spectrum for helium. You can see we have a couple blues, some maybe like teal colors, a very bright distinct yellow, and maybe a red. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy that down to our paper. Remember, if you didn't get it, you want to go back, pause the video at the appropriate spot, and use your colored pencils to log everything. So this is what I'm seeing. It looks like we've got a couple blues. 1, 2. Do I have a teal crayon, colored pencil? I think this is pretty good. Let's try this one. So we got that, and then maybe that. I see a bright yellow. And maybe a red. Now the cool thing here is I also have a professional spectrogram from it. So this is what helium really should look like. And you can compare it to the one that we had. You can tell that it's not 100% matching, but pretty darn close. So powering up the hydrogen here, you can see it's got this, again, a very bright purple glow for this one. Let's take a look at the spectra. And again, pause the video if you need to copy it down. Okay, our next one on here is krypton. So let's write down krypton. And let's power on our device. And let's take a look at the spectral lines. Next up is neon. Let's take a look at the spectral lines for neon, and there they are. Pause the video if you need to copy it. And lastly, we have oxygen. Try to find the spectral lines. Now, oxygen's a little tough to see. In fact, it didn't even come up in the camera. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what the spectrum should look like. Found this one online. Pause the video if you need to copy it. All right, great. So you should have 6 different elements written down and all the different spectral lines colored in on your chart. We're going to go to page 2 now, where we have mystery element 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So in this box right here, you're going to write the name of what you think the element is. So here is mystery element number 1. What does it look like? If you said neon, you're correct. So the first one you're going to write neon. Here's mystery element number 2. Which one is it? Mystery element number 3. 4. Here's 5. And here's mystery element number 6. Okay, cool. So that's pretty much it for me. You need to now answer the following questions. Do your discussion, do your conclusion, read, and answer. All right. So I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching.